Do you want to learn Arabic and Islamic sciences with distinguished teachers, accompanied with the best brotherhood and sisterhood in London? Enroll now on site at Madinah College or study online on the portal for £10 a month at mclportal.com.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. 30 hadith on fasting in the month of Ramadan and fasting in general. The first hadith that he mentions in this chapter of Umdatul Ahkam is a hadith عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا تقدموا رمضان بصوم يوم أو يومين إلا رجلا كان يصوم صوما فليصمه. Abu Hurairah narrates that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in this hadith, do not precede the month of Ramadan by fasting a day or 2 days, except for a man who habitually fasted, then let him fast, i.e. it was something that he used to do. Here, the general meaning of this hadith is that it's essential for a Muslim to distinguish between different acts of ibadah, i.e. ibadah which is obligatory and ibadah which is voluntary, right, that you choose to do but it's not an obligation upon you, and also to distinguish between acts which are considered customary that you do and acts which are not considered customary. So here you have fast in the month of Ramadan, which is an obligation, a pillar of Islam. You have a recommended fast that a person does out of choice, so as not to have the intention incorrect. The Messenger of Allah forbade a person fasting a day or two before Ramadan, and unless it's a fast that they ordinarily do anyway, so that the intention is going to be clearly for fasting Ramadan. Here also the other benefit and the importance is for the person to begin the month of Ramadan, which is going to be 30 days of fasting, with energy, because the day before or 2 days before he was eating, so he's building up energy. And it's well known that you need to eat to have energy. It's like fuel for the body, right? It's fuel for the body like petrol is to the car. It allows it to function, to move, to be active, to be able to do things which are of benefit, right? Which is why, for example, as we're going to see later, there's a hadith which mentions the recommendation of taking the morning meal, the suhoor. There's an exception in this case which is mentioned in this hadith for the person who regularly used to fast. For example, he fasts Yawmul Ithnain and Yawmul Khamis, which is sunnah to fast Mondays and Thursdays. If the day before Ramadan was to fall on a Thursday or to fall on a Monday, and that person regularly fasts Mondays or Thursdays, then there's no harm in that person maintaining that adah, that habit that they do. Or for example, a person has to make up a fast, and this is the only time to make it up. He has an obligatory fast which is due to be made up before the next month, then this is a time in which he's able to make it up. In this case, there's no harm in that person doing that fast, or an oath. So there's exceptions, but it's connected to a sabab or to a reason, not just because he wants to do a voluntary fast on that day. So from the benefits of this hadith, or from the fawaid that your person can take from this hadith, is number one, there's a nahi, there's a prohibition to precede Ramadan by fasting a day or 2 days before Ramadan. The second benefit from this hadith is a concession, the rukhsa, the permission for the person who ordinarily fasts, usually fasts, and it so happens to fall in line with a day or 2 days before Ramadan. Like I mentioned before, if it's a Monday or Thursday, or the person that fasts one day and breaks their fast one day. And also it mentions the hikmah, or the wisdom from the hadith, is a wisdom behind that prohibition, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best, but it's to distinguish different types of ibadah from the other, i.e. so a person doesn't see them, person fasting, hold on a minute, what's going on, is it Ramadan already? Imagine that you saw somebody fasting and it's a day before Ramadan, and now you're going to have a shubha. What have you done? Have you missed? Have you forgotten? Have you not realized, but today's actually Ramadan? Because why is that person fasting? Right, so that's an issue as well. So it distinguishes between different types of ibadah, obligatory and recommended, and also it helps you get ready for the month of Ramadan. So again, that hadith, the hadith an Abi Hurairah radiallahu anhu, where he said that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لا تقدموا رمضان بصوم يوم أو بيومين أو يومين إلا رجلا كان يصوم صوما فليصومه. Do not precede Ramadan by fasting a day or two, except for a man that ordinarily fasted, then let him fast. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.